Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Silva, and once again I'll be presenting my final project for my GPE104 class, Game Programming at the University of Advancing Technology. So for this project, we were required to take 5 elements from the last 4 projects, and so I'll switch over to my worksheet. As you can see, my link to my final Git using Unity version 2019.2.18f1. For my objectives, element 1, project 1, Sprite import and display, fairly simple. Here's my project, the Untold Adventures of Ted, or UAT. Shout out to my school for that title. And so, here in arts, we have sprites, and I've used quite a few packages for this project. But here you can see my player sprites brought in. Element 2, get key, button, or axis. I'll go to my script, player controller. You see my move, I got get axis raw. For my game manager, I threw in here get key, escape key for quit function. If you want to quit anywhere in the game, that's not a menu. Direct movement by setting position. Back to the script, you'll see my player controller once again. Actually, yep, player controller. I have respawn point, which sets my player back to the respawn when he dies, unless he's out of lives. Element 4, movement speed inspector available for designers to change. Go to my main scene for my player. See his speed here. And for my enemies, they also have adjustable speed. Element 5, application quit. I just showed that in my game manager. Here, application quit. I also have in my scene manager an application quit when the quit option is chosen. Element 1 in the second project, use of on-trigger enter. Here you see on-trigger enter, damage sound, life reduction or health reduction from my projectile. On-trigger enter when it impacts enemy, impact sounds, destroys the object. The bullet object. Untrigger exit. Back to my player controller. I think I removed my on-trigger exit that I had. This project has gone in a few different directions before I landed on my final concept. And so, although I had on-trigger exit, I don't anymore. So that's one that I am missing. So hopefully I can replace it with something else. Destroy on collision. Again, like I said, my bullets, when they impact, they are destroyed. I'll show all of this in gameplay preview in a minute. Destroy after delay lifespan. You can see my player health. I have life values. Health conversion shows my life bar, as you can see here, with my lives. Use of instantiate. Back to my controller. Here at fire weapon. Actually that starts the coroutines. Here, instantiate my bullet prefab, and I also instantiate muzzle flash for my weapon, and on my enemies I instantiate impact prefab for splatter effect. Canvas screen space and world space. So I have my canvas set up, showing my health, my life, my score, my health. Vector 3 distance in my enemy controller. If their vector 3 distance is within the attack distance, then they will change their animation and start attacking instead of walking towards me, which we'll see in a minute. AI vision, I didn't get to. I was pressed for time, and so that never happened. I just have AI tracking. As soon as they spawn in, they start heat seeking towards me. Physics 2D raycast, I also did not get to. Player moves right and left. Again for move. You see horizontal and vertical input for left and right movement, and I will show that in the game in a minute. Animation blending for idle walk and jump. If we go over here to my animation window, and you can see I have animation blending from different states. sounds of player death, player hit, enemy death. I will show that in a minute. Multiple scenes. I have my start, main, and game over scenes. And music. I will show you here now as I run through the gameplay real quick. Maximize. Actually, let's go to the start menu. Again, the Untold Adventures of Ted. I went with the whole UAT theme that was kind of through all our projects. I have my buttons, hover over effects, start the game, see instantiated bullets with my muzzle flash. You can see a little blood splatter on the zombies. Animation blending from walk to death, attack. You can see my character has a shooting stance when he's standing still, and he also shoots when he's running. See my score going up. Health bar does work. Give them a low attack value since there's so many of them. Enemy spawner from both sides of the screen. You can see my parallax effect in the background. I found a great package with the sprites and found the information to put the code together. Camera follow. I also have camera boundaries, as you can see. I have boundaries at the top and bottom, so I can't just go wherever I please. There was a lot more I wanted to do with this game. I wanted to add different zombie prefabs, and you see my right boundary. Different levels, boss fight, different animations. I got a package where there's a zombie that pukes at you, and these guys all have decapitation animations, but I just ran out of time. And you can see if I let him take my health, I'll respawn back to my original position, and I lost a life heart at the top there. Take all my lives, game over screen. And I can restart or quit the game. And so there you have it. Some of the things I missed, some of the things I added to. So hopefully that takes care of the objectives. I missed some, but I added some, so looks like I got some bugs, some errors here. I just ran out of time. object's been destroyed, but I'm trying to access it. Game manager is destroying objects. So I'm still struggling with my game manager and making sure that the things that are supposed to stay do, and things that are supposed to get destroyed. But I just wasn't able to perfect that before building out this game. Anyway, I've included the zip files in my Git, and I wasn't able to get the comments either. Project organization, logic, and structure are relatively sound. If we go back to our project, you can see I got my art separated out. I have sprites with my multiple packages that I used in this one. Sound effects from my lifesaver there, 8-bit retro Rampage. Music, fonts for my menu, and I'll go over all those sources in a second. I have my prefabs, my scenes, and my scripts. Here I have my camera, my menu. I got my background attached to my camera so it'll track with the player in the background. Audio source for my music, player enemies, my parallax effect. Portfolio, you can check out my public Git. And my YouTube presentation, which will be going up in a minute. And that concludes my final project, The Untold Adventures of Ted, UAT, for my GPE104 class at the University of Advancing Technology.